What's going on, squad? It's your man Unspoken Reviews back again with another video, and today we are going to be doing a small review of Deadpool and Wolverine. Of course, you guys know this movie was opening up today on July 26th, and I had a chance to see it right before it actually came out. You know, most Marvel fans go out to see the film on the 25th or the day before, and I gotta say, guys, this film was pretty awesome. This is going to be a non-spoiler review. I know that movies like this, whenever we come to these superhero or Marvel films, it is easy for them to get spoiled, especially towards the days leading up to it. You know, sometimes in different countries, in different states, it might release and people get a little crazy and they start dropping spoilers. So I'm not going to start doing a spoiler talk until later on, probably around Monday. It give everybody a chance to see the movie this weekend, enjoy it, and then I will do a spoiler review of the film. All right, guys, so I will start off by saying, without a doubt, this is synonymous of what you would expect from a Deadpool film. Action, comedy, raunchy comedy, a lot of great fight scenes, guys. This movie was pretty awesome. You know, every single time we get these Deadpool movies, one thing that I cannot lie about is that Ryan Reynolds embodies this character. Like him becoming Wade Wilson, just from X-Men Origins all the way up to the first Deadpool film, he has just never let us down, and he has not let us down with this film. His comedy is always on point. The fight scenes are always on point. Every single time that they're, even in the intro part of the film, the fights are awesome. Like the intro part of the film was hilarious with the fight scene. It just did it. Not only was it funny, but it was action packed. It touched on a specific film, and it did a great job of utilizing that and making it a very awesome scene. Definitely Hugh Jackman does his thing in this movie as well. You definitely understand some of the things he's going through and some of the feelings he's going through. You know, dealing with, you know, what we know from the trailer. He lost his team of X-Men, and you can really tell this has really left him in a very bad place. And the dynamic between Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds is just on point. They both have these moments where they're funny, and they both have these moments where they're attacking each other verbally and mentally and emotionally, and they go at it quite a few times in this film. I know we kind of see it in just some of the trailers, but they go at it a few times in this movie. Definitely a lot of cameos in this film, guys. There were cameos that we heard about from specific Fox characters. There is one particular one in general, I guess two, you could say two in general, that definitely got my attention. One I completely forgot about, and it definitely threw me for a shock when I got it. The other one I definitely was not expecting. It was from a character that we thought we would see on screen a little while ago, and they put this character in this movie. And guys, it is not just really badass to see this character on screen, but he is completely funny with the way Deadpool plays off the character. It just kept making me laugh every time the character spoke. Deadpool was just on it, and I loved it in this film. To go along with that, I definitely got to say, with the fight scenes in this film, with the way these characters use their abilities, is pretty awesome. Like I said, the fight scenes made these characters look a lot more sick than what we would expect to see them on screen. But there was one character in general, guys, one specific character in general. I won't go into detail about who they are, but the way they use their powers in this film really made me cringe while I was watching it. Every time this character used their abilities, I found myself cringing. I could not help it. And it's funny because when you see other characters use this ability, it's really nothing different from what we see in before, but the way this character does it and the way they show it on screen, they make it much more visual, and it really does make you cringe. And I really liked seeing that in this film. It really worked, and it really was very morbid. At the same time, it really created a lot of intensity for me. We definitely also get a lot of comic book references in this movie. We knew we were going to be going through the multiverse. We knew we were going to see different realities. We might see different characters in this film, and we get like an abundance of different characters that we thought we would probably see, and ones we definitely do see. It was a great film, guys. If you guys are back and forth, if you want to go see it, I would highly tell you that it is worth the price of admission to get in and watch it. The one thing I will say, though, however, about the film is that it is a little messy, but that is nothing that we haven't come to understand with Deadpool films. We do understand that this is a specific type of character, which leads to a specific type of comedy. And I think that it just kind of was a little all over the place. Outside of that, it's nothing that you would not expect if you saw it. Like, the overall story did not really click for me. However, it did kind of work exactly with what I would expect with the character, so I wasn't extremely let down. I will give you guys a heads up that this movie may not have an overall connection or a overall effect on the MCU as we know it as a whole. That is the one thing I will tell you, is that it doesn't really, it kind of works on its own, but at the same time, it does kind of affect the events of the MCU, and the potential for it to go other places is hinted at, but not fully put in your face. All right. I will say the comedy also really worked well in this movie. There are jokes in this movie that we have noticed that in TV and television and media, we don't really get to say or laugh about anymore, especially with the way the world has gotten very sensitive. You know, opinions have gotten so sensitive nowadays that people can't really make certain types of jokes. This movie is not afraid to make those jokes, and I was very happy about that. It's something that I feel like if, you know, comedy movies got past and stopped being so pussified, you know, with the way they do comedy, I think, you know, we would have a lot more funny comedy movies. And this movie is a testament to that. And, you know, and I kind of hope that this film is an opportunity for Disney to get out of their shell a little bit and stop being so afraid to say certain things and do certain things. And not just Disney, with movies overall. But that was my review of the movie, guys. If you guys have not had a chance to see it, I would definitely say it's a good time to watch this weekend. It's something that is pretty awesome. Don't wait too long, because you guys know how people are out here in the world with spoilers. They will drop the whole movie, ruin it for you. And, you know, I would say just stay off of any kind of superhero like community boards that you might be on, like whether or not you're on Facebook or Instagram, or even if you're on or on YouTube for too long. Just be careful not to get too involved, because you know how people are with spoilers.